Can you tell me one of your more memorable stories working a cleanup on public lands? It could be anything, but just something that stands out, like one or two stories.
Oh man. Well, I would talk about the poop burrito, but I have a feeling Kevin's going to talk about that because he was a little bit more heavily involved.
We had to use a telehandler to pick up a tent that had been used as a outhouse. And so we rolled it up like a burrito and we hooked it on the end of the telehandler, and this giant poo burrito just got hovered out in midair, and we put it into the dumpster, and all of us just like ready to sprint if that thing looked like it came apart.
I don't know if my call sign, yeah, Captain Poo Burrito. Yeah, that happened, and I'm okay with that. It was a success. I think it would be a different story if it had been a failure.
The importance of public land stewards, it's kind of like a two-tiered feel. Right now, we're very reactive. You know, we have to do our part, engage a community, find people that are also passionate about recreating on public lands in order to try to keep these places accessible. And we do that by cleaning up. The other tier of public land stewards is we really want to educate. We want to be proactive. We follow tread lightly principles. We try to preach those tread lightly principles. All of that stuff is really important.
It's more than a movement because it's work. It's real work that gets done. It's not a thought. It's not a hopes and prayers. It's real on the ground work that you can do. Anybody can do it.
This is a mecca for outdoor recreation. Our public lands are our #1 asset.
Working with Kevin and Jeremy, we decided that the Public Land Stewards was going to be a great organization right here in Central Oregon because we have so much accessibility to public land. And what we could do is organize volunteer-oriented cleanups.
It's about getting something done, something that desperately needs to be done. And the more people you get involved with that, the more effective you are.
Cleanups are a lot of fun. You know, it brings people together for a common cause. One of the best things about the cleanups that I love is seeing people from different recreations who technically on paper or in social media are supposed to hate each other. You know, the off-roaders and the ultra runners, the mountain bikers and the shooters. You know, it's funny to see in one cleanup, everyone come together, share a beverage, have a sandwich, pick up trash together, help each other up a hill that they're trying to carry something up. It's really fun to see the community element of everybody coming together for a common cause.
Through 2022, we picked up something like 316,000 pounds of trash. The idea is giving back. You know, you're looking after this for future generations, which is something I think our society has heavily lost in the last couple of generations.
Mainly the threats that public land faces right now is shutdowns.
Even in my time, I've seen access to those public lands shrink. There's not many places where we have this kind of freedom.
Public land typically closes down because of A, environmental concerns, or B, misuse. That's what we see a lot, and that's really where public land stewards decide we can step in. A lot of cases we don't have control over environmental concerns, but all of us have control over misuse.
If you use public lands, if you're a public landowner, you are responsible for them.
It shouldn't feel like a chore. It should feel like it's something that we all do because it's the way that we feel connected to the sport that we choose.
Why we clean and are hoping to keep this open, shutting it all down for everybody loses.
And if you start taking on the mindset of not just, oh, I own 250 million acres, but I am responsible for 250 million acres.
We have been focused on cleaning for the sole purpose that we're not social workers. We don't have the solutions for all of the issues that are impacting things out here. We have one solution, is that we're good at removing trash. And if no one else is removing trash, we're at least keeping some trash off our land for the soil, the forest, the wildlife.
We never meant to be the trash guys. Like, that was not our intentions at all, ever. We just happen to be good at it. And it's a way to show that we care.
We're taking massive amounts of misuse and debris trash off of public lands, and it's all volunteers.
It's just like anything else. Practice makes perfect, but you have to start. You have to go do it. You have to do it the first time. A lot of times you fall on your face, it might hurt, whatever. But then you do it another time and another time, and you keep going. That is how we solve these issues of closures and mismanagement and misuse of lands, is that we get started and then we keep going.
Our lakes, rivers, trails, mountains, deserts are nearly endless. And everyone coming together as a community to keep that here, it is invaluable.
It's been overwhelming to see, how a community has come together around something that at first was just a passion between 3 individuals. And I just love every minute of it.